Hello and welcome to thestockradio.com. Today we're very happy to have with us on the show CEO Dave Lovatt from Pocket Games. Pocket Games Inc. is a publicly traded company currently trading on the OTC Pink Sheets under the symbol PKGM. David, thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, good morning, Carl. Nice to be here.
Now, David, to get things going, tell us a little bit about Pocket Games. Introduce us to the company.
Okay, so Pocket Games, we've been fully reporting for about 18 months now. Our first release went to market about a week ago, just under a week ago. It's a PC game. It retails at $19.99. It's a premium title. It's published by Green Man Games, who is a European publisher with a multi-million dollar turnover, and it also goes out through Steam, which is a company owned by Valve with hundreds of millions of concurrent users. So that's our first title on the market. We're also in the process of setting up a testing company which will offer testing services to the industry, to indie games makers, and also we're setting up a development studio for in-house development with the potential to assist other companies in developing their games as well. So that's pretty much our three revenue streams that we're going to market with.
Excellent. Now, talk to us a little bit about your first game, Idle Hands. Tell us a bit about that and the background to it.
Okay, so Idle Hands is a really interesting title. It's idle as in I-D-O-L, as in a god. The background of that title is really interesting because it was a co-production between a company called Chromativity, and it was also involving Intel and Creative Labs, the camera manufacturer. And it was originally developed with $1 million budget to ship with a Creative Labs camera that had a special Intel chip in it. That went to market, and they had an exclusive on that specific title for a period of time. We picked it up about a year ago, and we redeveloped the platform for keyboard and mouse. Essentially the game is about creating a landscape that is suitable for your little creatures. They're called furlings, and you create farmers and you create miners, and you can also attack the opposing furlings by creating volcanoes and earthquakes and really cool stuff. It's absolutely beautifully made, and I'm pretty excited about it because it's very few God games around now. It was big, 5 years ago, and I think it's time for a resurgence. So it went out last week, a couple of thousand downloads pretty quickly, and yeah, we're quite excited by it.
You mentioned you've already done your first relaunch. You've already gone out of game with an update.
So what we've done now is the game went out, and as I say, with anything in the games industry, it's all user-led. So it's all about user reviews. So we pretty quickly had a lot of feedback which said they wanted some changes to the game. The users wanted the different way that you moved around the map and less mouse control, more keyboard control. So that's the first update that goes out. And also we're working on what we call DLC, which is downloadable content. And as I said, so it's a premium title at $19.99. So users expect a certain amount of free content. And after the first couple of updates go out with the free content, that's when we click over into a different business model and we start to charge for new content. These are pretty major updates, but again, as you see the tail curve down on revenue, you start to kick in with downloadable content again, which should increase the revenue and see the revenues come back up.
Wonderful. Now, you're a developing stage company. Talk to us about the funding needs of the company, and then just in conclusion, follow on to tell us your plans for 2015. Where would you like to see the company? Okay,
so we've just opened up a private placement, and we're currently filling that at the moment. Where I see us going in 2015, I mean, it's a crucial year for us. We've got our first game out, so we need to be supporting that. And the way we're doing that is we're opening up a development studio. I've recently got back from India where I was setting that up, and to go alongside that, we've got a really important revenue stream coming on board, which is games testing. So testing is a huge industry, and it's a massively evolving industry for games, and I believe there's an opportunity for us to be quite disruptive with pricing. Traditionally, you had companies that could afford to pay mega budgets for Xbox testing. Well, those days are gone. The industry is now populated with small independent developers, and there's certainly a niche in the market where you can take on small projects, but relatively high value, certainly high profit. And so I guess to answer the question about where do I see us in 2015 is we need to be a strong revenue stream from our game with a lot of concurrent users on the platform. We need to set up our development studio in India so we can reduce our development costs, which are currently outsourced. And we need a strong revenue stream in the testing company, which is why we brought on a new business development guy who's an industry respected figure, and we'll be releasing all of this sort of stuff in news over the coming weeks as we put together our sort of strategy and how we get information out to the markets.
Thank you, Dave. We appreciate your time. It's been very interesting getting to know a little bit more about you and Pocket Games. Please come back to the show and tell us more as you continue to roll out and develop your game. We've been speaking to CEO David Lovatt from Pocket Games. Now, if anybody would like to know more information, it currently trades as a fully reporting company on the OTC pink sheets under the symbol PKGM. So going to OTC markets is your best source for information. As well, the company's website is www.pocketgamesinc.com. Pocket, P-O-C-K-E-T, Games, G-A-M-E-S, Inc, I-C.com. David, thank you very much for your time today.
Thanks, Carl. Speak to you soon.